Aesop's Fables. The Fox and the Stork. The fox had the stork over its soup. The fox put the soup in a flat dish. The stork could not eat any soup. She could not reach it with her long beak. The fox ate all the soup, and the stork went hungry. The next day, the stork invited the fox over for dinner. The stork put some meat in a jar with a long neck. The stork ate easily because her long neck fit into the jar. The fox could not get to the meat. This time he went hungry. The fox admitted that he had been wrong. Moral: if you don't mean things to others, you might do mean things to you in return. The Fox and the Crow. The fox saw the crow fly in his favorite branch. The crow has a piece of cheese in his beak. The fox thought for a moment. He walked under the crow's branch and looked up at him. "You are the most handsome bird I have ever seen," said the fox. The crow looked down at the fox. "You fly so fast and gracefully. I bet you can sing too," he said. The crow loved to hear compliments. He decided to sing for the fox. He opened his beak to sing. The cheese fell into the fox's mouth. When the fox was done eating, he said, "Thank you very much. That's all I really wanted." Moral: do not trust strangers who try to flatter you. The Crow and the Pitcher. The crow had been flying all day, and she was very thirsty. She came across a pitcher that was full of water. She could not reach the water in the pitcher to drink. Her beak could not reach down the neck of the pitcher. She tried tipping the pitcher, but it was too heavy. She saw that there were pebbles all over the ground. She began to drop pebbles one at a time into the pitcher. It took a very long time, but the water rose to the top. Then she drank all the water she wanted. Moral: doing things little by little is just as good as doing things all at once. The Dog and His Reflections. A dog was walking across the bridge over the stream. He had a nice piece of meat in his mouth. He looked down. He saw that he saw another dog. He saw the other dog had meat too. He snapped at the meat in dog's mouth. He armed the meat fell into the water. Then he realized it was not another after all. It was only his reflections. Moral: if you are always ready for more, you might lose what you already have. The Peacock. Peacock's strange voice made people laugh. He wishes he could sing beautiful songs like the nightingale. Peacock asked the goddess of animals for a new voice. The goddess replied, "You are jealous of the nightingale, but you should not be. The feathers on your neck shine with every color of the rainbow, and your tails look as if it is covered in gems. No one has it all. The falcon is very fast. The eagle is very strong. The parrot can speak. The raven is smart. The nightingale has a breathy song. You are big and beautiful. You are special just as you are. Moral. No one can be the best at everything. Treasure your own gifts and talents. The city mouse and the country mouse. The poor country mouse came to visit his cousin, the rich city mouse. There were many things to do in the city. The country mouse had never seen so many other mice. The city mouse warned the country mouse that there were a cat in the house. The country mouse was scared. He decided that he would rather live in the pool, quiet country than live that fear every day. With that, the country mouse happily left for his humble home. Moral: it is better to live simply in safety than to live in luxury and fear. The hoof in sheep's clothing. A hoof put on a costume to look like a sheep. The hoof then went to a nearby pasture where there were many sheep. The shepherd led him into the pasture, thinking that he was a sheep. The hoof was about a pint of poor land when the shepherd saw what he was doing. The shepherd threw the hoof out of the pasture and told him not to come back. From that day on, the shepherd never let a sheep into the pasture until he checked it for sharp teeth. Moral: the way things look is not always the way things are. Glossary. Compliments, expressions of admiration or praise. Flatter. To give a compliment acts especially for the purpose of gaining something. Greedy. Wanting more than what one needs or differs. Humble, simple or modest. Jealous, feeling unhappy or mad due to a longing for what another person has. Luxury, anything valuable that gives comfort but is not necessary. Pasture, a field with grass and other lower plants on which grazing animals, such as sheep and cattle, feed. Pitcher, a container for holding liquids that usually has a lid and a handle. Schnappen, made a biting motions or shout.